Mario time.
Cloud overhead, hoping that I break that. Won't get a hold, won't determine fate that. I still see sunshine in my dream. See days with raindrops behind me.
We back. Shout out. We here at Underworld Social. Y'all see me recording in real life with my dog Rio today. Welcome back to the BLEAV Network. BLEAV and Miami Heat. As always, I'm Anthony Donardo. Like I said, here with Mario, mother effing Chalmers, whatever you want to call him. Two-time champ, Kansas legend, Miami Heat legend. So we hyped to be recording in person. And we got a dog. We got a little bit of a live studio audience right in front of us too, including another Heat legend, Mike Beasley, who said he might do some interjections coming. Just feel free, man. If you want to hop in at any time, just whatever. We ain't doing no editing here. We keeping it chill.
Since y'all counting the Heat games, they losing doing this podcast.
Yeah, they are losing. Typical of them. That's because you know why they losing actually. They don't
Jason
have.
Hits another one.
What are we witnessing here?
It is crazy good.
47.
Well,
They're not
Tatum
healthy
too.
right now. They're not healthy right now.
You seen what happened with Montrezl Harrell and Giannis?
Yes, saw that.
What's that about? Like, as someone who just seen the video, I'm wondering, like, what's the typical routine? Like, is that cool with Giannis? Is that cool what Trez did? Because I don't be doing this on my home court. Like, what's going on there?
I heard two different stories. One was that Trez was trying to do a workout, and he was telling Giannis to go ahead and leave. So, I mean, in that case, I don't really know. Back in my day, I don't really see too many players that was, staying back working out after the game. But, each player has their own their right to do their own thing. So, I don't know what that was really about. I think that was some underlying, behind the scenes more beat.
Are you side Trez? Are you side Giannis? Are you side you don't know the facts?
I'm side out the way. I don't know what
That's
happened.
such a cop-out answer, man.
I'm out the way. I don't know what happened. If
That's
I wasn't there, I can't interject too much. I wasn't there.
That's a cop-out answer. Listen,
Hey.
I'm side Montrezl Harrell, and that's not just because Giannis busted our ass in the playoffs a couple years ago. But listen, man, you ain't in Milwaukee, bro. Get off the man's court. Let the man just wants to do his workout. That's all he wants to do, man. But I just want to get your thoughts on that because you know a little bit about just how that kind of dynamic goes after the game. But so that was interesting. So before we get into some of these games from the last episode, we got a little game we gonna play.
It's crazy.
For this, you should be no problem. You're a shooter, one of the best the Heat ever had. Shooter. This is a game. I'm just calling guess that player. We can go ahead, bring in our stanchion here, bring in the hoop. I'm gonna explain the rules to you. You're gonna get 10 shots.
Ooh.
The goal is to guess a player. Every shot you hit, you're gonna get a hint at who the player is. And then when you're done with 10, or I'll let you guess who the player is every time. But if you don't get it right after 10, you basically don't win the game. But that's it. So you go ahead, you can get your first shot up. And if you hit, I'll go ahead and give you your first hint here. You move the hoop low key though, but you nice to the guest. I'll give it to you. All right, your hint.
That's a bucket.
Your hint. You have the follow through too. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. The hint, current player. So you can go ahead, just toss it out there, and we're gonna keep it going. Just throw it out.
Good hit. That's 15 players on the team.
Oh, you got 10 shots. You don't have to get. You keep going. 2 for 2. Western Conference player. You want to throw a name out there or keep shooting? 2 for 3. 2 for 3. As we gonna have B slacking on the boards tonight.
That's a bucket.
We got current player, Western Conference starting guard. This shot number 5.
Hey, he moved the hoop
No,
right
no, yeah. That's called getting even. All right, I think that was shot 6. He is shooting 23% from 3, an abysmal, nasty 23% from 3, and only 4 points per game. And he's a starting guard. Keep that in mind. He gonna shoot. That's some number 7, I believe. Your next hint is he is petty as hell. That's a good hint. I'm not gonna lie to you. You ain't hear him?
I heard him. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Go ahead. Say it into the mic, man. What you thought?
Patrick Beverley.
That ding, ding, ding. I should have got some sound effects. Good shit.
That was a good one. I like that one.
The reason why I wanted to go with Pat Bev is because he also got into a little bit of controversy this last week. He went ahead and toppled over DeAndre Ayton. You seen that clip?
I did see that.
I think Ayton was standing over. Who was he standing over? Reeves, I think.
Reeves.
Yeah, I think he was standing over Reeves. So, one, I wanted to get your thoughts on Patrick Beverley because I believe y'all shared a training camp together. So I wanted to get your thoughts on him And just overall, if you see your teammate push someone like that, is that something that like you respect? You'd be like, yeah, like I appreciate that. Or is that something like, nah, like relax, I can handle my own self?
Which answer you want first?
Well, start with Beverly. Start with Beverly. You can do whatever you want, Beast. I ain't cutting nothing out. Hey, like I said,
You might as
believe.
well come over here, sit on the couch with us, enjoying us.
Pat my man. But that was just a soft move. You pushing somebody in the back like that and then playing time.
He's known for that. That's the second time doing it.
You know what I'm saying? Pat my man, but that was just the whole move.
I mean, yeah.
Well, you know Bev. Or I don't want to say do you know him, but you
I
at
do
least
know
had
Pat.
some interactions. Okay.
We've had a lot of interactions. But the thing about that is, I mean, you don't push nobody in the back. You know, even if you stand up for your teammate,
I can't get down with it.
even if you stand up for your teammate, you going to at least approach him, wait till you turn around and get in his face or say something like that. But you ain't going to push nobody in the back.
Yeah, who did that recently? I was trying to think.
Joker with the
Jokic on Morris. And everyone was on Jokic's side saying, oh, that Markieff check fouled him.
That was some whole shit too.
That was the dirtiest shit, bro. The dirtiest. That's
I gotta find another word for whole shit.
I hate that. Bro, that's exactly what he is, man. That sloppy fat boy think he gonna do that with Morris and get away with it? Get out of here, bro. Come on, man. Like, dude could have seriously injured him, man. Like,
He did.
And people was he did.
Twin
And
missed
people
a lot of games for that.
and people was standing up for him, man. Just because he's good. If he was some bum, he probably would have got suspended. I think he missed one game for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, MVP, they ain't going to let him sit down too long.
Well, I want to ask you about Pat Bev, though, because you said, yeah, we had a lot of interactions. Is that something good? Is that something bad? I don't know.
Nah, me and Pat cool, but I
Okay.
heard what he said on the podcast about his little training camp in Miami. And
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
I was actually rooting for Pat during training camp. Like, I was telling him, like, bro, chill out. Like, you arguing with everybody. You arguing with coaches. You arguing with trainers. Like, I understand you want this. So I was on his side. But, you know, then he said his little comment that he was licking his chops or eating at the chops or
I
whatever.
remember
like,
that, actually. I heard him. I think he was on Old Man in the Three. He was talking about it.
Like, first off,
Yeah.
on that training camp, I'm coming off 4 pop ligaments in my ankle, so I'm nowhere near 100%. So I didn't even really participate in training camp. So you definitely not licking your chops when you see me. It ain't nothing sweet over here.
Especially
Ain't nothing
coming from a
easy
dude
on
who
the
can't
basketball
shoot for
court.
shit. You out there fucking
I mean, not
raining
even
threes.
that, it's just competing. Like, we both gonna compete, but at the end of the day, you're not better. than me.
Listen, man, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna sit here and defend
I
Patrick
don't
Beverley.
think too many people will argue with me on that.
I'm not gonna sit here and defend that guy that's pushing people in the back. Bro, dude won a playing game celebrating like he won the championship. Relax, bro.
I mean, that mean a lot to him.
Don't
I ain't gonna take.
the situation. That was some whole shit. I ain't saying your whole nigga.
Okay,
Nah, Pat
no, that's
cool.
fair though. That's fair.
Pat
That's fair.
cool. But that's what I'm saying. You can't knock the man for that celebration. You don't know what that meant to him personally.
That's a good point too.
What he went through or what he had to deal with just in that. So, you know, I take my hat out to Pat. You know, like I said, I rooted from Pat from the beginning. That's my guy.
Yeah, because he had never missed the playoffs to that point too, and when he took that struggling team to the playoffs, I get it. I get it. He a little dirty sometimes on the court, but I get it. I get it. I got a little bit of notes here, basically about the last. There were 6 games before we last recorded the previous episode. So real quick, I'm gonna go through them, and I got like a thought. As we just get the notification, the Celtics did beat the Heat. Tatum with 49. God damn, that's tough. But they had that first game versus the Wizards. That's the one, if y'all remember, everyone was hurt. We got the news. Jimmy was out, then Bam out. Duncan. This man Duncan got a cut on his thumb from his jersey. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that.
They talking about, I think Ira put. I would actually want to ask you, do the players like Ira Winderman? See, I told you, Will, because I saw a tweet from Ira.
I didn't say that.
Listen, hey,
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't
let
have
me
a
give you
problem
some.
with Ira either. He said the players. I can't speak on the players. I don't know.
Well, let me give you some backstory
I'm not a player.
because I
I'll
saw.
always be a player. I just ain't on the team. Hey.
I saw a tweet and I was just reading. Will, it was something about I think Jimmy coming back Friday, and I was like, oh, Will, like I'm pretty sure the players don't like Ira, and he's like, really? Like I never got that vibe, and I was like, I just always felt that way. And you see this man's answer. I don't know what it is.
He didn't really answer. He didn't say nothing.
I mean,
There you go. I didn't say that.
all right, I'm not gonna try to incriminate my dog, so we gonna move on. But I had to ask that for myself. But anyways, that's the game. Basically, everyone missed. Lowry did have a triple-double. He played 50 minutes. That's obviously not best case scenario. You want to see the guy get some rest. Do you remember what your career high in minutes was? I looked it up. I was curious if you remember.
52, I think, versus Utah.
It was 53 versus Utah in triple overtime. And then you also played 49 minutes versus Atlanta. Do you remember that game?
When Brown and D-Wade was out. I had
Triple
29 that
OT.
game, yeah.
Triple OT. You remember that game, Will?
Me and
Bro,
CB was killing that
That's
game.
why I wanted to ask you about that, because I remember watching that game. Not to make you feel old again, but I was like, bless you, Beast. I was really young back then, and I remember that's back when I still had a bedtime. I was in like middle school, bro. Not like I said, not to make you feel old, but I remember that game was late, and I was supposed to be getting to bed, and then Bosch had hit that 3 to tie, and I was like begging my dad to stay up. He was like, all right, you can stay up, and we had watched that game together when you and Bosch both snapped. But yeah, you played 49 minutes that game. Obviously, Lowry played 50, so he's been playing a lot. He's actually second in the league in total minutes behind KD. That's not something you want to see with because you want to see Lowry get some rest, especially since he got hurt last postseason. But we saw a lot of Jovic because everyone was hurt. Jovic had 18 and 6, 10 free throw attempts. You love to see the aggressiveness. That's my question. How much have you seen of Jovic? Like, you think he's got some potential?
I think he do got a little bit of potential. I mean, I seen him play a little bit more in the summer league because I was out there with them. So it's going to take a little bit of time for him to develop and get a little bit stronger. But he got a good game. He's solid. I like him.
This has been big talk. A lot of people want to see him starting right now next to Bam. You think he's ready for that? They just looking like, oh, Caleb Martin 6'4". Let's get someone in there with some size. Now, I know he ain't big, but, I mean, he's 6'10", so I guess.
I mean, no. I think it's too soon.
I'm with you, too. I think you putting him in a spot to fail by making him do too much too early.
Is your center hurt?
He is hurt.
He hurt?
His ankle. He hurt his ankle, like, in preseason. He going to miss some time.
Who?
Yurtseven?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's big, too.
Yeah,
They just need someone that with some size, but...
He's nice.
Next game I got versus the Cavs, which I literally just wrote was a blowout from the second quarter on. And, of course, everyone wanted to see how Donovan Mitchell would play against the Miami Heat since there was a bunch of talk he'd be joining us. He only had 13 points. He didn't do much. But I wanted to get your opinion on this because this was what Heat fans were obsessing over in the offseason is would you trade basically that package that Utah took from or that Cleveland took from Utah? Would you give up, let's say, like Tyler Hero and 3 first-round picks? Like, do you think the upgrade is worth all that draft capital
For Spider-Mission? Yeah.
for Mitchell?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I definitely think. If you're trying to win now, I definitely think so.
See, I was going back and forth, though, because I really like Tyler, and I know you like Tyler,
I
too.
love Tyler. Tyler's my guy. But I'm just saying, as a win now, Tyler's not an all-star yet. D. Mitchell's a proven all-star. D. Mitchell's been in the playoffs a little bit more. D. Mitchell's been in the league a little bit more. So he's got a little bit more up to him. He knows more what it takes.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing because, I mean, he's really good both sides of the ball now athletically. Tyler obviously still has a lot. He has to work on just filling out his body still.
Right.
But 3 first-round picks is a lot, man.
That is a lot.
It's not as much as those 5 picks that Minnesota gave him for that bum Gobert, though, but, you know.
Well, they're not, bro. He just getting misused.
Hurt.
I was going to say, I mean, misused, he only got one skill set.
I mean,
He's one skill set away from becoming extinct. He's really the only player in the league that don't shoot. Every center he plays against is a 3-point shooter, so there's no more rim protection.
so what are you saying? That to me sounds like he's not really that good.
Hey, that's what I'm hearing.
That's all you say. I mean, we not called him trash.
The dude gets played off the court in the playoffs because of his defense. Like, that's what he's supposed to be.
Only a defender, and he's not that good at that anymore. So therefore,
Yeah, everybody's switching 1 through 5.
that makes him really not that good anymore.
All right, so I guess he's trash.
I mean, I got the stats here. He had 4 points against the Heat, 0 shot attempts. They gave up 5 first-round picks for a dude to take 0 shots. Max
I guess
contract.
I don't know.
Well, listen, I could talk
Good old
trash.
Rudy.
I could talk trash all I want, man. That team beat us. I looked it up too. They beat us 8 out of the last 9 times we played them, which is crazy.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't got no skin in the game. Like, I ain't no Heat fan or no Utah fan. That was a bad trade.
Oh, from Minnesota.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
I think the whole world seen that.
Oh my god.
it ruined the trade market too. Then I thought we was gonna get KD. Then they like, nah, you need 9 first-round picks for KD. I'm like, damn, what? I'm like, they gonna be trading for middle schoolers, bro.
I don't think KD would have came here.
You don't think KD what?
I don't think KD would have came here.
Oh, you don't think he would have? Yeah, but how much do you think it was up to him?
A lot.
Since he's on a 4-year deal, though, you think he still has a lot to say, like from that player's perspective?
I think if you trade for KD, solid hero, nice little couple first rounds, all that. That's a win down team with Bam, Jimmy.
Why don't you think he would come here though?
You think KD would come here?
I think if
He cool with Bam,
situation was
right?
Presented right. Now, that's something the front office don't do well. Present the situation right. You know what I'm saying? It's always he culture, and everybody ain't the same. You feel me? And you see, nigga, this shit changed.
I'm listening.
It changed when Brian and everybody else got here. You dig what I'm saying? So if it was presented right, 100%, it's fucking Miami, nigga. Where else fucking want to be in November or December? You dig what I'm saying? Especially with a winning team, a young core like this. You feel me?
That young core been gone if you gotta
Miami
get rid of. If you gotta trade for him.
Nah, he ain't like you throwing enough picks. You ain't gotta give away the whole core. They got
Did you hear 9 first-round picks?
cool. Get the fuck out of there.
They gave away all their picks for Dragic too. They ain't got no picks no more. They got like 3.
They don't have 9. That's what we telling you.
I didn't know you gave them up.
Yeah, bro. Pat gave them up for KZ Akpala. Y'all know about KZ? That you want to talk about bums? I'm sorry.
Baby Giannis.
What else I got about that game? Speaking of trash, Miami's 3-point shooting. I saw they shot under 30% like 5 out of the last 6 games, which is weird because last year they led the league in 3-point percentage. So my question for you is, why does 3-point shooting not translate season to season? We see all the times Duncan Robinson, 45%, next year 32. Same thing with the Heat. What is it about shooting that it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to carry over from season to season?
Game plan.
Yeah, I would say adjustments. Team make adjustments. They game plan differently coming into the games.
Give some credit to the fact that like people might have not known Duncan Robinson his first year. Once they learn, it makes that big a difference.
Facts.
They shouldn't have paid that man all that money. Then
A lot of people say it.
He had to get paid, but as far as his percentages going down, he a one-trick pony. Like even fucking JJ Redick, he coming off, he had a fucking pump fake side step. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta add something to your game to where it's like you can get your shot off because you shoot too well.
Yeah.
That's why
But even JJ, to your point though, I feel like he still needs a little bit of a scheme built around him with the screens and all that stuff. Same with Duncan. And Duncan ain't good enough for them to be setting the game plan, especially when you got dudes like Bam that you want to start getting 20 shots.
Right.
Next, they played the Wizards again. You had a Hero finally come back. Lowry had the strong first half. They blew a 21-point lead in the third quarter, thanks to another third quarter they've been doing all year. They seem to do that a lot. They come out in the third quarter, fall really flat, which to me I always thought was weird because you got Spo, who I think is one of the greatest coaches in the league, if not the best, and you think that typically he'd make good adjustments so that wouldn't happen. So my question for you is, what is a typical halftime like with Spo? Does it vary depending on how the game's going, or does he pretty much do the same flow each game?
It's both. If we win, it's the same thing. If we down at halftime, we actually getting beat, then he gonna figure out a way to get some extra motivation or tweak some things a little bit. But we just playing bad and not doing what we're supposed to do. Oh, he gonna cut your ass out.
Oh, he a screamer?
Yeah, he tries.
I see him do it at the. Oh, he tries. You like you guys low key holding some laps. You're like, that's cute, bro.
I mean, it's
like,
it's different for me because like I started with Spo. Like his first year was my first year, so everything he was kind of
really?
learning.
In
I was
2008?
learning. Yeah, I was learning with him. So I guess it's kind of different for the kids now, or not for the kids, but for the players now to be playing with Spo because they look at him yelling. It's kind of like I look at him yelling. I kind of like I know what you're trying to say, but
yeah, I feel that. So how much X's and O's is it actually, or is it typically never that much?
with Spo.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking like at halftime, because obviously y'all might have. I know regular season stuff you play so much, but I'm sure it's a lot. You know your matches pretty well. But during halftime, is it a lot of that, or is it a lot of just get your rest, get your drinks, whatever you need, and?
Nah, it's basically you get a couple minutes to chill, get your drinks, and then he come in. We watch a little bit of film, if anything's like that needs to be like broken down. Like we getting killed on one exact play, we'll watch it on film and see how we can make adjustments to change it. But other than that, we just watch our little mistakes, and then go out there and play.
That's interesting. I didn't know y'all watched film at halftime. Mm-hmm. Next game we got here is again versus the Wizards. Bam, 38 points that game.
Bam
Love to
scored
see
that
it.
game.
Hero had another 10 assist game. My question for you is just about Bam. What do you think his full potential looks like?
It's hard to say. I mean, we seen one All-Star year out of Bam, and then he got hurt the next year. So, I mean, he's low-key getting back to his All-Star form now. But, you know, I think the sky's the limit for Bam, but we just got to see it on a consistent basis.
Does his aggressiveness frustrate you like it does a lot of Heat fans?
It does, but at the same time, it's kind of like he's not the alpha dog on the team. It's Jimmy. So it's kind of like I see sometimes why he does shade away from the moment, and then I see sometimes why he does take the moment. So it's a mixture of being both.
You know, some people are saying that this is as far as you can get in this Jimmy build. Some people are saying trade Jimmy and build this team around Bam. I'm not part of that. I want to make that very clear. I think you win championships with players of Jimmy's caliber, and they don't just fall off of trees. But do you think that might be a route they got to go? Like, do you think this build is done?
My question is, who do you get for Jimmy?
The thing I've heard a lot would be an example would be like Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray. Something like that. Trade Jimmy to a team that wants to win now, get a couple young pieces back. But
It's tough to say that with those two players, especially because Jamal Murray just coming back from injury.
exactly.
Michael Porter coming back from injury.
Trade everybody on the Heat but Jimmy Butler. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
That's exactly what I've been trying to say. This man Jimmy putting up 40 points in Game 6 of the ECF when they about to go home. So, but some people think that sometimes with a build, like in 2014, it seemed like y'all were just. So a lot of people felt like y'all were just like tired of each other and needed something different to kind of spice it up. Do you think that's accurate?
In 2014?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say tired of each other. I think it was a constant battle between players and front office of too much control.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was the main thing for us.
So do you see anything similar like that going on with this build? Because some people ready to just blow it up just because they feel like they ain't got past the hump yet. It's too late. I'm with Bees. I don't trade Jimmy. That dude is a superstar.
No, you don't trade Jimmy.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Because
Yeah,
people are being disrespectful saying that.
You don't trade Jimmy, but at the same time, they want to get over the hump. How? Y'all need more pieces, not get rid of the main piece.
Exactly, because you're going to lose Jimmy, then do what? You going to build around Bam?
I'll tell you what really helped the Heat. Get some vets. Get some people that know how to win when the
Say your piece, big man.
when the guys like Jimmy is tired or sitting out tonight.
Maybe
or
two-time
getting rest.
champion. Someone that can run the offense. Someone that's
I
better
mean-
than Kyle Lowry.
I mean, even if it ain't me, you got Bees. You got a lot of guys, just like a lot of vets at home that can really help teams like this that can use guys when they main guys get hurt that can actually know how to win.
Bro, Heat fans would kill to get U and B's on this Heat team. Like, for real. Like, I'm not just saying, and Will knows too, because we say this when I'm not sitting in the same room as y'all, but, like, they could use y'all. Like,
Right.
they could use y'all. Even you got dudes like, I know Kemba Walker don't play on defense, but he was sitting on the at home until he just got picked up recently
Picked up by the
too.
Mavericks.
I mean, do you like Isaiah Thomas? Because some people think he should be in the league. I'm like,
Definitely Isaiah should be in the league.
he a bucket, but you got to play a little bit of defense, Rio. You right. Duncan Robinson's out there. Who am I kidding?
I mean, like he said, and when he said this, I totally agree. When he said he's not the only player that is not getting a stop.
Mhm.
Like you talk about people that don't stop nobody, don't score at all, that
Yeah.
are sitting on people's benches.
They picking on him just because he's shorter.
Yeah. And then he had the injury. So anytime you have one little major injury, well, I shouldn't say one little major injury. Anytime you have one major injury, you get that stigma. And it's always, I don't know. We think he can help, but we got so many things that we want to find wrong before we actually realize what he can do to help.
What do you think about this? Like, do you think that a lot of teams are straying away from vets just because they cheap and they don't feel like paying, even if it's that vet minimum? I mean, we see UD's vet minimum is like 3 times what some 20-year-olds vet minimum would be. You think it has anything to do with that?
I think it has a lot to do with that.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think it definitely has a lot to do with that.
I was thinking the same thing. You ain't got nothing else you want to say on
I
that?
got nothing else to say, but I think it has
You're
a
very
lot
smart,
to do with
man.
that.
Well, speaking of guys that don't play defense, I want to talk about Tyler Hero a little bit. He was good against the Hawks, had his first career triple-double, another game the Heat won. He hasn't been shooting the ball super efficiently. He was decent tonight versus Boston, but the one thing that I like is I think the sign of a good player, especially someone that's a scorer like Hero, is if you're not hitting your shots, what else are you doing? And we saw Hero do a lot of that recently. Had 10 assists back-to-back games, triple-double in a game versus Hawks. So what do you think Tyler Hero's like full potential looks like? Do you think he could be second best player on a championship team? Maybe that's a better question. That's what they pay him. Like what?
Second best player on a championship team.
Give or take like 5 years from now. Maybe by the time he's 28, 29.
I think he'd be a major piece.
Okay.
I can't say second option, but I think he'd be a major piece. It just depends how much he works at it. You know, how much he develops, how much he wants to learn the game, how much he actually wants to get better at it.
He got a bag. He can score 3-level scores. There's not a lot of those in the league no more. The mid-range game is dead, as you know. Not you, the floater giant killer. That's why, come on. But he's definitely a guy with an offensive bag.
Mid-range game is not dead.
You don't think so? Not like it used to be, though, man.
According to analytics, it is.
Every superstar player right now got a whole mid-range package. We can watch them.
That's why they superstars.
It's the role players that can't. Oh, that ain't dead. Mid-range is meat and potatoes. Like, it ain't no game in history is any team made 33s. Anywhere close. Right?
Huh?
33s?
In a game?
Yeah. Made 33 as 90 points. As good as these three-point teams has been, nobody had a game when they hit 33s.
Yeah, Rio don't believe you. He fact-checking.
No,
over here.
I'm just asking.
You can fact check me if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I know I sound crazy when I talk, but I speak the truth, man.
Milwaukee Bucks, 29 threes.
Is that 30?
No, I'm just saying he was close.
Is that
This
30?
man.
He's so petty.
Is that 30?
He's so
I
petty.
ain't say 29, I said 30.
So petty.
But you right,
You
though,
said
man.
nowhere close. Y'all did hear that. It's on camera. You said nowhere
Yeah,
close.
you got me on that one.
And they've been shooting a lot of
Hey,
them,
you trying to
man.
figure it out like,
That's still my point. Fuck.
damn, what was versus the Heat?
Oh, it was versus. I was gonna say. I feel like Milwaukee
versus
had.
the Heat.
Yeah,
That's
I was gonna say.
That's a bad record to find out.
I was like, well, the Heat had the worst record. The Heat had the record for worst blowout in NBA history. They lost by 68 until that got broke last year. Who was it? Charlotte lost by like 73 to the Hornets. Y'all remember that? It was way back in like the 90s. I wasn't alive back then. But
That's crazy.
I got a theory on why Steph Curry shoots so good.
what you think?
Michael Beasley.
It's one thing that the top three scores in NBA history have in common.
Okay.
It's golf. You dig what I'm saying? If you literally just, no homo, just stroke the ball. I know.
You tried to prepare me too.
Stroke, you know what I'm saying? Let your muscle memory take over. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just getting behind the three-point and throwing it. You dig what I'm saying?
That's a good theory, Beast. I remember one time you had a theory. You was on like the outside the Heat post game, and for no reason you brought up the statistic. I don't know if you remember. You was like, if you spend 5 minutes in every store in Mall of America, you'll be in there for a year. It did the math. I think you'd spend like 6 hours in there or something.
No, goddamn, that's not the truth.
I remember one time they had did the math on the radio.
Man, that wasn't the most random shit ever right there.
That's why I wanted to ask you about it. They had did the math. They were like, if you spend 5 minutes.
I'm damn sure ain't going to the mall to find the fuck out.
Well, there y'all go, man. That's just it's not Beasley's stat. He has seen it somewhere. So blame the source. Don't blame Bees, man.
Beasley's cold facts.
Beasley's cold facts as a weekly segment. The shit he coming up with off the top of his head. That's,
Hey, what's up?
I love it.
You know what I mean? You can tap in with us, though. Bees cold facts once a week.
Bees cold facts.
No, I'm not doing no Heat podcast.
It ain't a Heat podcast. It's about the Heat.
Bro, we talked maybe 5 minutes of the Heat, man. We just talking whatever now. We about to play a game called Make or Truth, Uncomfortable Questions Edition. Ain't got that's facts, but ain't got nothing to do with the. Go ahead, Hoop, come back in there. Basically, we're doing another game, right? It's in the name. Make or Truth, Uncomfortable Questions. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you make the shot, you don't gotta answer it. You chilling. If you miss, then you gotta answer the question.
I know the question before I shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I had some on here that I was like, I'll save for episode 2. I'm not gonna get into those. So we gonna start off easy. I mean, they ain't too bad. But the first question is, you in frame? Yes, you in frame. Is what is the biggest purchase that you regret?
Why do I just want to answer?
It's up to you. You can shoot anyways. It's good for content. Did he hit?
Yeah, I made that.
Do you got to answer though?
I made that.
Nah, you missed that.
Ain't nobody asked you nothing, man. You was looking down. How you know I missed it?
But I was looking up when you said
You got an answer though? Does something come to mind instantly?
No, I don't have an answer.
Oh, I got an answer. I bought my ex an expensive necklace. 2 weeks later, she done with my ass.
Did you get the necklace back?
Nah, I just made that story up for
I'm
content.
about to say, you gotta keep it going though. You should have said I got the necklace back.
Well, listen, man, I don't know if she watching this. I don't want her to be thinking that I'm thinking of her, you know?
But you already said it. You already put it
But I
out
could cut out whatever I want to cut out.
there. Oh.
But nah, I ain't asking for nothing back,
Hey, you on
actually.
TV?
I ain't asking for nothing back. Hey, for those of y'all that don't know, we got my dog Max Bruce on TV. He did ball out tonight though too. I think he had like 21 plus. But all right, he made it. Well, actually, I don't know if he made the shot. We gonna have to check the review. But second question, all you got to do, tell an embarrassing story if you missed the shot. Okay, you made it out.
You see the concentration of that one, huh?
You made it. Unless you care to share something come to mind. I mean, you made the shot. You don't got to.
I mean, my embarrassing story is on YouTube with that goddamn NBA TV when I'm looking down, and they got the video just like this. And I'm looking down reading the thing. They like, Rio. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Walk out the headphones on. What y'all want? They right there on the camera. I'm like, oh.
Ain't you want to ask him something about Stephen A?
Man, I asked nothing about Stephen A.
That's the answer. Okay.
That's all the answer I need, bro.
Question number 3. What? I'm with you. That dude don't watch sports, bro. That dude just gets on TV and
I
yells.
got nothing to say about Stephen A. Smith.
Well, he has a lot to say about you.
Keep that same energy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He don't watch sports. You hear that, Stephen A? He ain't watch sports. Question 3. What's your biggest fear?
Snakes.
I don't know if I got a fear.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know,
I don't think I got a
For
fear.
real,
Man.
man.
Not nothing like snakes though, bro.
You ain't
A
real, man.
band coming this motherfucker.
But here's the
right
thing,
now,
though.
Grizzly bear 11 feet. You gonna sit there and look at it? And
But
say,
here's the
I
thing,
ain't
though.
scared of you?
From Alaska.
Shut up.
I ain't afraid of no
He ain't talking to me. See? Say anybody ask you that. He ain't talking
here's the
about me.
thing,
He's
like-
talking about him.
But let's go with snakes, for example. Like, I'm not scared of no snakes, but I'm not gonna go up to that shit if it's sitting on the ground. I'm just gonna keep my
Man.
distance, bro. Like, I ain't gonna.
I promise y'all this. I got like spider senses when it comes to snakes. Like you could be way over there and I just start tingling. I'm like, yo, I'm out of here.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm
Like,
snakes.
I don't.
Bees can vouch for that. We was riding down the beach one day, dude, like up the street with a snake around his neck. I'm like, Bees, I'm not walking down there.
Oh, dead ass.
He like, why? I like, bro, just something feel off.
I chased the way with a snake before.
Yeah, we got problems.
That was hilarious.
We got problems.
What's that story?
What story?
He said he chased bees with a snake, or you chased Wade with a snake.
Oh, I don't know that story. I wasn't there. I tell you, I don't be around snakes. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, if it's a snake, you wasn't there.
Yeah, I was
That's what I'm saying though. Like I just ain't gonna mess with it. I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm not gonna get the tingles whenever you say. You know, I ain't one of those white people that's gonna pick it up and keep it as a pet like they be doing nowadays.
I'm
But
hitting it. Hit the road, Jack. I'm gone. Don't ask me that. Don't look for me.
all right, question number 4 is
Oh, here it comes.
who is the most famous person in your contacts?
The most famous person?
The most famous person in your contacts. And then when you answer, I'm gonna ask you to FaceTime them right now to see if y'all actually boys or not.
God. Yeah, FaceTime him. Go to sleep.
You
Man.
got,
Have a
you
dream.
got some heat in this content.
Yeah, I know. You going through the roster.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you make it, it don't matter. If you make it,
okay,
it don't
cool.
matter. Oh, that boy, that ain't going.
I'm going to play it safe. Somebody I talk to all the time.
He called. This man
See?
says Zoe. Bro, he
See?
called him Bees, bro.
See?
Look, he called him Bees sitting
That's
right
why I
behind
don't
the
call
camera.
nobody.
Nobody,
Because they don't answer when you call. It's just
I
like,
told you to call God.
Next question. Who is your celebrity crush? Male and female.
What?
I ain't.
Hey, you better
First
edit
off-
that out.
First off, I had no male celebrity crush. That was
That's fine. That's fine.
out.
That's
Female, I went through my stages. They started off with Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash started.
Valid.
When Stacey Dash was in that, when she was in that King magazine, though, back in the day. Oh yeah, well, now I ain't saying nothing about it. Now I'm quiet.
Oh, who I like right now? I like Doja Cat.
Man, Doja Cat, she fat as shit.
You know about Doja? You don't know about Doja?
That's all he cared about.
Doja Cat ass.
Why you think I picked her? Like, what you think? She got a good personality? Like, come on.
Hey, I like Doja Cat, but she's a little too weird. I can't wake
That's
up
cool.
next
That's-
to you.
that's
I
weird
can't
on
wake
camera.
up next to you. You ain't got no eyebrow.
Man,
Like,
listen,
I'm just
listen,
saying, bro.
See, I'm talking.
Shut up. She gonna act right.
But
See, I'm talking
still
old
looking at her,
Doja
she
though.
ain't-
That's what I'm saying.
She
Like,
ain't got no eyebrows. She
Like-
cut her eyebrows off.
I ain't talking about the bald headed Doja with the no eyebrows.
I'm just saying you
but-
can't just pick a Doja. It's her as a person.
Listen, I take it with no eyebrows, bald head, all that.
I take Rihanna.
Man,
though.
it's fat as shit. I take
Rihanna?
too, put a baby
See,
in that
I got an
shit.
unpopular opinion. I think she overhyped. I'm sorry. I think she, you know why? I prefer Beyonce. That's what I always said.
I think Beyonce like.
We think Beyonce?
Oh, the fucking Beehive. Damn.
They gonna be mentions, dog. They gonna be
Oh, you said Beyonce overrated?
Nah, yeah, I just always thought Beyonce. Like, I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think she's cool, but I don't think she's the baddest bitch in the game. I never thought she was that.
Yeah, that's why I got unpopular opinion. But I get Rihanna. Obviously, I get it. I ain't saying.
I think Rihanna was Beyonce.
I take Rihanna over Beyonce too.
So who else? Is that who you guys? Stacey Dash,
I think
Rihanna.
Beyonce is over just about anybody else. Though.
Okay.
Who?
Beyonce over just about anybody.
You take Beyonce over Doja?
Doja Cat, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Over Doja? I ain't doing that.
I think Beyonce over Doja. See, I'm more into light skinned females, so yeah.
Oh yeah, Will too. Who's yours? Brittany Griner?
Come on, dog. You can't
Brittany Griner up.
no, he's joking too.
What? You very nice lady.
Should be
I'll
short.
go Rihanna too. I'll go Rihanna too.
Right.
Alright.
I mean,
Safe, man.
I used to like Christina Milian.
Y'all remember the Cheetah Girls?
This is back in the day, though.
I used to like all the Cheetah Girls when I was a kid. You know about the Cheetah Girls? Y'all don't know about the Cheetah? That's the it was the Disney movie. It had
Ain't
Raven
that,
Simone in
ain't
it.
that 3LW?
Yeah, that was Raven.
Yeah.
Light
Oh,
skin
okay, yeah.
PLW, I used to like her, but then she,
That's Adriana.
Adriana Baldwin.
I forget her last name. I just remember seeing her as a kid on Disney
You know
Channel.
the dark skinned chick? That's the girl that play on Power.
Oh, for real?
That was Ghost's chick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She
'Cause I
played.
ain't
She
seen
played
Power.
Biggie's girl in. She played Lil Kim in Biggie's story.
Same motherfucker.
Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.
Fuck you said.
I was waiting for that. We replaced the battery in the camera. We're gonna go ahead and go on to question 6, which is: have you ever had a woman break your heart or dump you?
Yep.
You could shoot her or tell the story.
I'm gonna just leave it at yep.
You said you could shoot her?
No, shoot or tell the story.
What you got going
Chitty
on?
chitty
What?
bang bang.
What happened though, bro? Someone did you dirty? I mean,
No,
you ain't
I
gotta
ain't-
go into detail, but it happened to all of us, man.
She ain't do me dirt. I mean, I started it, and she got me back.
Ooh, that hurt.
Oh, she a petty
Yeah.
type. Those are the scary ones.
But
And
now it's my turn.
All right. I mean, this is kind of a good question then too. Maybe it could go for the same story. But next question is: have you ever broke a woman's heart?
I mean, I don't have a specific story, but I
Sometimes
know.
I ain't touch her back.
And that could do it, man.
He can break a girl heart easily.
That could do it, man.
Come home 5 minutes late. No, heartbroken. Where was you at?
That happened.
Parking garage. I had to go around 8 times.
But one
I
time,
know you said 2, but it's 2:04.
I met a girl on Tinder one time. I swear, after 2 days, she told me
Tinder
that
Slender.
she told me that she loves me. I said, we can't do this no more, and she started crying. Very nice girl though. So if you watching this, I was about to say your name. I ain't gonna do that to you. Next question we got is: have you ever told a lie and gotten away with it? I mean, you got the hoop just hit and you chilling. Nope. Yeah, that ain't gotta be nothing crazy though. It could be something when you was
on myself.
It could be something when you was a kid, bro. Like one time.
Oh yeah, as a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
I told a couple lies and got away with it. Hi mama, hi dad.
It's alright. I don't blame you if you don't. Do you got a story or you can't think of nothing for Canada? You forgot, man.
Got.
That's straight, bro. That's the answer I expect. Next question, second to last question, is what is the story of your first kiss?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. My first kiss was like in a kindergarten.
Behind the recess type of thing, behind a tree.
Out in the open.
Oh, this man
Middle
is savage.
classroom. We was,
This man say, "Yo, Mott,
it
come
was
here,
toy
get
time.
over here."
Nah, it was toy time. Toy
Uh-huh.
time. We had the same toy.
That was
Reach
on.
for it. I reached for it. It was kind of like
Oh, y'all put your hands together when y'all was reaching
Yeah,
for
so
the
like
toy?
Lady and the Tramp type.
That
shit
is
like
so
that.
romantic.
Like,
That is so romantic.
I don't even remember her name. That's the crazy part.
I was gonna ask you if you know what she's up to nowadays.
I hope she's doing good.
Last question is most important one: ass or titties?
Ass for sure.
Just like that.
For sure. For sure.
No question.
See, I go back
I
and
need
forth
me a
on it
big
though
old
sometimes.
booty.
I go back and forth on it sometimes, man.
I don't.
Well, good for you, man. A man that knows what he wants, man.
you say?
That's exactly
What you say,
need.
Michael Beasley?
What did I say? I didn't say anything, but if you like me to say something, I would like to. I'm an ass man, but like, when some titties, you doing some like that titty shit.
It be making you think what you are, man.
Just titty, titty in that ass titties.
For the nipples, but nipples,
Them
Bro.
motherfucking nipples, just doing
That's-
some nipple shit.
That's the B's quote of the episode when the titties is tittying. That's what I'm saying with you because I'ma think I'm an ass dude too, but when the titties is tittying, like
I'm saying. No, I ain't gonna lie. I love.
Man,
I love.
I'm gonna apologize
I love
to
the
my
girl that
parents,
be wearing
too,
the
who
shirt
are
and
watching
you see the
this,
nipples and the nipples is pierced.
Nah, you know when it be
That- I love that shit.
Nah,
That shit
That's
right
what you
there.
be saying too.
Nah. You know when the nipple be getting caught in the tank top going back in?
Yeah, I know that shit look good too, but I know that shit hurt. So I know what pain they about to go
That's
through.
cool.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that one. That gives
See
me
now
a
you
time.
thinking about it though, or not?
No, I'm still
Okay,
asking.
okay.
But that will catch my eye. I'll be like,
Natural or fake?
natural.
Of course, man. We all in agreement with that.
I don't give a fuck. As long as it look good. I don't give a fuck.
I've been in Miami too long, man. I need something natural.
That should be hard.
I'm tired of that hard ass shit.
I don't feel something that one hard though.
Yeah.
On both ends. Top and
See,
bottom.
that's, you got the difference.
We still talking about titties, right?
Top and bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a difference now.
I done seen some fire ass BBL.
Tell me
You
what
gonna
you
watch
still
my
say
ass,
is
bitch.
natural.
And hope she don't lie to you. I'm so man, what? Listen,
Hey, Dave, we see one of those earlier, huh?
BBL's fun.
I mean, yeah, you can't walk 5 minutes in Miami without seeing that. So,
Nah, that's everywhere, man.
well, anyways, my parents do listen to
Hey,
this.
what
So
that
sorry,
say?
mom. Sorry, dad.
Hold on. What that say?
All-time champions.
Mario Chalmers.
Hot seconds with Jax. We sitting here. Hot seconds with Jax champion. Screw the the two-time NBA champ, NCAA champ. We got hot seconds with Jax champion. Bro, Jax seems like an awesome dude.
Jack's cool, man. I love
Yeah.
Jax. Jack's a good dude. I still talk to Jax this day.
For real? No, yeah, he seemed awesome, man. He seemed dope. Anyways, I already said sorry, mom, sorry, dad, but this is the kind of pod you gonna get when the Heat suck. I think they 2 games under 500. Ain't nothing to talk about. I do got one final Heat topic before we get into the preview, though. It's just been a lot of talk about this too. So I was curious what your thoughts are on kind of Russell Westbrook if he was to come to the Heat. Some people saying via trade with Lowry, they need a point guard that can shoot. Some people saying he might be bought out. You like Westbrook on this team, or do you think all the extra is too extra to throw in?
Hold on, let me get this right. They said they need more shooting, so they want to bring in Westbrook over Lowry.
Well, no, the Lakers might want to trade Westbrook to get Lowry because they need shooting. But do you think that dynamic is bad? Because obviously you got Jimmy and Bam who are really 3-point shooters. Some people love it just because they want to get Lowry out of here. But other people is like, nah, you can't bring in Westbrook. The dude shooting like 20% from 3. I actually like Westbrook. I like his intensity.
I love Westbrook. I just think with that team, the way the Heat are structured, I think it can work because at the end of the day, you got Max, you got Duncan, you got shooters around them, you got Tyler. So if that was to happen, you got all 3 of them driving, you can't help. You can't stop Russ from getting to the rim.
Yep.
Jimmy's getting to his mid-range every time, and Bam, when Bam's aggressive, Bam's getting anything he wants.
He hit a 3 tonight too.
So I'm just saying, it definitely could work with the way their team is structured. I mean, I'm not totally against it.
That's kind of where I'm at too. If things keep going south like they are, I'm not opposed to making a move just to make a move. And if Westbrook's it, then why not? Just try it out. Either way, the Heat, maybe it'll make things interesting. Maybe it'll make it fun. So if you do want to go to a game, I want to give a shout out to one of my boys. He ain't asked me to do this or pay me, but I want to shout out my boy Roberto, who does work in sales for the Heat. If y'all need any kind of ticket package, whether you need a big group, small group, you want to sit down low, up high, my dog got you. Y'all can email him at roberto.garcia@heat.com, and he can get you the perfect package that's right for you. So make sure y'all hit up my boy Roberto at his email. Tell him I sent you, and he'll get you right, man. He'll get you right. Last thing we got, Heat related. We saw them lose tonight versus Boston. They got another game on Friday. Then they go into Memphis to finish the road trip. You like their chances against either of those two games? Because I think it's going to be tough.
Nope. Jimmy don't get back to on Friday.
They said he's flying to Boston, so you'd assume he'd play, but it's tough to say.
Personally, I think they take 2 L's in these next 2 games. They can't sneak that Memphis game depending on how well they shoot the ball. But other than that, I think they take 2 L's.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They've had problems all year with the roster being built. That's why I hope they either buy or sell. Last thing you want to do is go into the playoffs being average, get knocked out in the first round, and then you got to pay these guys like Strus and Gabe or you lose them for nothing. So that's kind of where I'm at. But all right, that's all we got for this episode. I do want to shout out a couple other things. First, shout out betsrain.com. They got everything that you need over there for your betting needs. They got sports. They got even horse racing. They got everything over there. And we here also at Underworld Social. This beautiful location film is going to be a little lounge area that's opening up. So we want to shout out those 2 things because they've been really great for us. Allowed us to get together in this cool spot and record a fun but wild but crazy but still entertaining.
Show.
That's the word. Entertaining podcast. I'm definitely got my work cut out for me editing this, put it together, but it's gonna be fun, man. This was a good time, so we do appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, you can leave a like. If you thought it sucks, leave a dislike. Comment some hate. We don't care, bro. We gonna still be doing this. We having fun doing our thing, and that's it. At the end of the day, you got any final words you want to say before we get out of here? What's that? You got something coming up with In the Lab? I want to ask you about that. What's that about?
Oh yeah, we're doing a little thing in the lab, playing 1-on-1. Team Rio versus In the Lab. So I got a couple of my NBA friends.
Oh, are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing.
So who you gonna be playing against?
Hezzy guy, Ryan Carter.
Oh, I like your chances.
I love my chances.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's something that we're trying to start. A new thing, new basketball development. The 1-on-1 has always been, a training aspect or something that always shows how good a person really is. So, the YouTube players, or I shouldn't call them YouTube players, the players that are getting paid from YouTube.
You can call them YouTube players.
They think
I've seen some of them in person.
NBA guys, so we just trying to.
I've played, Friga. Have you heard of Friga?
I played Friga.
You know Friga? You think he's nice?
Friga can shoot.
I've played against him twice at various courts in South Florida. He cut out a lot of misses. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe he had a bad day.
I played him 1-on-1. I seen a lot of the misses, but he can shoot.
He could shoot though. He could shoot.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he could do anything else, but he definitely could shoot.
Okay, that's fair. He one of the better ones though. I've played against some wannabes that are most certainly trash, but when you could edit, you can make anyone look good, man.
I mean, that's the name of the game.
That it is, man. Yeah. But that's it.
On YouTube? That's everything. Just edit that shit out.
Bro,
You didn't know that?
I've played against dudes, some YouTube ballers, some ballers, bro.
Like edit the shit out of our gym. We just posted how the shit happened.
Yeah, because we fucking professionals, motherfucker. We do this shit for real.
You don't edit those summer mixtapes we be seeing of you?
No.
Where you get in buckets?
No.
I fuck with that.
Play how it's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should just be there.
Yeah, we just play how it happened.
But they shit is a show. It's like wrestling.
Yeah, but they also not good enough to not edit. That's why. All they do is talk. Some of these dudes, man. That's why they get their ass handed to them because it is though. It is.
Man, listen, they
No,
give
for
a
real.
check. That's all I know. They
For
give
real.
a check for this.
We got a
It's
couple.
scripted.
We got a couple bigger ones that play over in Fort Myers where I'm at. Some with like 200K on Instagram, and they nice, yeah, obviously, but compared to the other best players at the pickup court, nah, they ain't nothing special.
And I didn't want to call them YouTube hoopers. I just want to say that just because, like, some of them played overseas.
That's
at the end of the day,
true.
that's a professional league over there, but they getting their money from YouTube, so I can't knock.
All right, you got anything else you want to shout out before we get out of here?
The merch, man. Easy Street, coming soon.
Man, this ain't your podcast.
You got your merch.
I know, my merch.
I mean, y'all all welcome. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Whatever y'all got, man.
Man, we the ones that
We-
cut the check. Fuck that.
Oh, I feel that. We ain't doing no free promos over here, man.
Edit it. Bow. Ain't that your? Bow.
I'm not gonna lie. I did see that Playmaker shirt. That's a cop though. You know you know the one I'm talking about. I think you just posted it. Is that the one that you talking about? Ain't it with a Playmaker brand? It had a couple pictures of you on it. It was like a retro style.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
I got a couple shirts coming out. That
Okay,
one,
good. Y'all stay tuned then, man.
fan art. Go check my Instagram bio. It's one of the shirts in there, Culture Kings.
Y'all follow Rio on Instagram. Y'all follow me. Once again, shout out betrain.com and the beautiful Underworld Social for letting us hang out here and film a dope pod. Rio,
My guy.
pleasure
Appreciate
recording.
it.
We'll see
Shout out
y'all.
my guy. Hold on. Shout out my guy. Bees for coming through. Appreciate you.
Shout out the man behind the camera, the man's voice
The
that
voice.
y'all been
We
hearing.
call him the voice.
The legendary Bees, super cool Bees, man. Coughing on camera too, man.
We the ones.
We the ones. That's all I got for y'all. We'll see y'all next episode. Who knows? We may never see you again, but most likely sometime next week. That's all we got. I'm out.
Peace.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.